How we doing? How we doing tonight on this Monday? I guess night. It's over. Day's over. Hello, hello. Just getting myself situated. Sorry, I was the two things happened simultaneously at once, and I was not prepared. I was prepared for one of them. Wasn't prepared for the other one. So I had to take care of my little homie, my little homeboy, my son. He needed to get ready to go to bed, take a nap, and take a nap, go to sleep. And he was doing good, and then he woke up screaming, so I had to go get him down a little bit. But here we are. Let's see. I think I got everything going on. I got everything on. All right, cool. I'm gonna be alone tonight. Pop this thing. Remember, it's Monday nights. Every Monday night. First, let me tell you where we're at right now. Hello, welcome to my Manic Mondayz on the Indie Escape Network. That's the Movies and Mental Health Show. I'm your host, CJ Robles. Oh, my hair's all whack. Oh, sorry. Getting. I was doing like so many things at once. It's funny. Welcome to my vlog. This is my world that I have created here on the Indie Escape Network, where creators unite. Sorry, I was. So as you can tell, I now am wearing the new attire, the new shirt. I literally made this right now. See, I didn't do it. I was making t-shirts this weekend, so I figured out how to make some shirts. So I made I thought Sean Smith, he'll be chiming in later on this episode, so we'll get to see wearing the shirt for once, and he wants one, so we'll see how I get one to him in Colorado. But this is the show on the Indie Escape Network where we talk about movies, talk about mental health, I check in on, and we talk about a little bit just about anything really. This is an open discussion. I have now added to the bottom on the comments. I have added the link for mentalhealth.gov. So now you can easily go to when you go to this episode and you want, and this is just where I'm kind of just starting off now, barely like hitting the go button on this show, like where we can go with it, where we can take it. I haven't had a whole lot of time to myself, but I'm learning. I'm trying to finish off the year strong, but also at the same time, like if I have projects that I started on my own projects or whatever, and I haven't finished them, or they're not where they need to be, I'm just gonna pause them or get rid of them. And when I say pause them, I mean like take what I can from it and get rid of what I don't need. But right now we're looking at mentalhealth.gov. Let's talk about it. See, that's honestly that's it right there. I think you'll come in here and you'll see. I haven't really focused on this website. I've been doing more just what I know from like the books that I own and videos and whatnot. But on this show tonight, we'll get on it just a little bit, only because this is very important now. This is the movie and mental health show, so there's mental health has to be brought up. I was always like, it's open discussion and we can talk about it little by little, but it's okay to just talk about it. It's also just like conversation. I think that's all it is. I don't really think it's. I mean, I think it does have to do with therapy and psychology and all that stuff that goes together with the mind and the body. But what I'm on my journey, as I Manic Mondayz, manic depression, as I work on it, I noticed that it's just more of the conversation. Just because I honestly, we're also so like we're kind of disconnected. Like everybody's kind of like we can see each other on a phone. And if you learn how to angle it right, you know how to take videos, like you can get a following now. It's kind of funny what Facebook has fans. It doesn't have friends anymore. We used to be friends on Facebook. Now we're fans. I have a show, so I guess we get followers. But I don't know. It's like my regular Facebook now says you have fans, and I'm kind of like, all right. Well, I don't know where my friends are at, but you meet them online, and that's where we're here tonight. Let's see. Oh. There's a message. I started doing some not me doing Fiverr jobs, but I hired some illustrators for some jobs. I'll probably I don't have permission yet to share anything, but if I can share it, I'll share it next week. If I can or whenever I can. I don't have permission to share what I'm working on, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Like what do you call it? Just kind of learning to create everything, and I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to people like in other countries and stuff. So it's like now it's like I really see like it is kind of disconnecting. Like I literally, another thing that happened to me, I should have it set up, and I want to do a video on it, but I got scammed recently. It's really hard to pull a fast one on me, But when I'm applying for a job and I actually go through a full interview, this catfish put me through an interview. Like they interviewed me, and I went through an interview, and at the last, sitting. I mean, it was just like a 3 weeks like sting. I thought I was getting ready to work. I was getting excited. I was asking questions. The person was like giving me answers. I did have an issue with them when they did do the interview. They ghosted me after they said, "Do you have any questions?" And I said yes, and then I didn't hear a reply. But then they got back to me in the morning, and I was like, "This is stupid. This feels fake." But let's keep going with this. Let's see how far this rabbit hole we can go. And as I was going down the rabbit hole, I noticed that they were asking. It was just a regular. It was like a regular form. Like, I mean, it was all legit. And I was doing direct deposit to get so I can get paid, and they were gonna send me my signing bonus. And then tricks on them. I have a dummy account, which is actual account. I just only use it for like gambling or, online stuff, purchases. I don't have, it's not really an active account, but it is with a major bank. So I do know if somebody tries to do anything funny with that, it'll alert me. And sure enough, the day they said they were going to put money in my account, they tried to pull out $2,900 out of my account. And I'm feeling kind of embarrassed because it's like I give them a signature, but even at that, my signature was, I signed the check and everything, and I sent it off because thinking this was a really good catfish. I'm pretty good at like catching them and, letting catfish like kind of just like bots leave me alone. But man, this was a good one. I mean, I literally went through a job interview. Like I, from start to finish, like I have all these messages, emails, like they did it legit. But I mean, they didn't take any money from me. And sure enough, the banks paused them and caught everything. So I did have to pay like a $12 like service fee for something for Bank of America not Bank of America, whatever, one of the main, I didn't use BOA, but whatever fee the banks use, for processing it, like, or not processing it. But I was able to not let that beat me up. But it did slow me down a little bit because now I'm like worried about my my information. But it's all out. Like I think anything you put on here, everyone can see, everybody knows about. So not doing a conspiracy corner, but just, I mean, it's really obvious nowadays. Like, and I work in tech, so like I know what a lot of people are doing. But like, where what people's actions lead to and why they do what they do, and they don't have to really explain. You can just follow it. And this is actually hard evidence now. You'd actually have to delete everything like manually, or it's kind of like when people got security cameras, and they'd be like, "Oh, things are gonna be all right," but then whenever the shoplifts happen or the murders happen, the cameras don't work, or it's like those kind of movies or that kind of thing. See how I like to relate life and movies, because it is true. Like it's like we get stories, or just, I mean, movies are exaggerated stories, right? And they're just visuals, and they're in motion, like basically still images in motion. So like, we're getting it from somewhere. We're believing a lot of stuff, and I think people believe movies a lot more. I like using that whole Galaxy Quest quote, historical documents to talk about like shows, series, and like documentaries. Got a little tea. I usually drink something cold, but I'm just not warming it up, changing it up a little bit getting some of the hot stuff before I go to bed. Keep my body warm. Thank you. Anyways, but yeah, I think this show with me is it's opening up a lot more. I mean, I'm like last like 3 or 4 episodes, I haven't had anybody, so I'm assuming it's just the holiday season and everybody's just hanging out or getting ready for the new year. But that being said, I'm sharing more or less more what I'm doing, because I mean, vlogging and like doing all this, all every day, it takes a lot of time. I mean, I'm wearing look at my eyes, look, like I need to go to bed already. Like I said, that's another thing. I have like burnt out eyes from being on from computer editing, and I mean also I'm squinting, and it's a lot, and it's been kind of like it's kind of making me a little insecure. Not like a whole lot, but I'm like, oh well. Now I'm just like, my eyes are always red. I'm like Gambit now. I'm like, I've turned into Gambit. I've always wanted to be Gambit. Now I am Gambit with red eyes. But it's just also cedars in the air. Like I just took out my contacts right now. Still got my excuses I can bring up. You name them, I got them. But it's just also things like that. But excuses aside, like it does make me feel a little bit like, oh crap, look at me, man. My eyes are all burnt out. I'm tired. And somebody, this weekend I was just working, right, doing stuff, and and it's like, hey, what do you call it? You need to take a break. I had a friend tell me that too. Hey, you should be taking breaks, and I'm like, yeah, I think so. I think you're right. And I mean, one of my breaks is watching movies, so it's like, I'm like, you know, but I mean, the glasses are supposed to help. I wore my contacts today for some odd reason. Because I was gonna go. Oh, I didn't even get to do that. I was supposed to get my oil change, but that didn't work out. But sometime this week. But trying to get everyone going for New Year's in the house, doing a detox on the house too, and like just getting ready for 2023. I'm also, I don't want to jinx myself, but I should be starting some acting classes, some online acting classes with a certain somebody we had on IOU, but I don't want to jinx myself because I don't want to talk about it until it happens. But yeah, I'm getting ready for January acting sessions and acting more. Got some movie stuff ideas, but yeah, now it's just about getting it done and getting started. But like I said, doing a lot of spring cleaning. Don't know, probably like mid-January or early February. I'm gonna switch over, so I'm gonna bring my son into this studio, and I'm gonna have to go outside and into the spaceship. But I think the fact that like this environment's gonna change. But it took me what, it was like 5 years. I'm going on 8 years already here. So it took me 5 years to create this, I guess, environment or this collection. But there I am right there. Wait, it's this way, right next to Allen Houston. But I think yeah, it's gonna be change, and we'll see what we got coming up. These last few episodes, I'm not reaching out to anybody because everybody I did reach out, they're like, because I reached out to people in like October and November, for December, and I was like, oh, we do it after. And I was like, yeah, sure, we could do it in January, February. So I'm just lining everything up right now. I feel I might have a guest next week. Hopefully, if she can make it. Let's see the date real quick. The 19th. Oh, I might have somebody next week. All right, cool. So maybe the 19th I'll have somebody if they're available, and I'll ask them again. But for the most part, let's get started with this episode. I'm already 13 minutes in, just kind of just cruised here. But let's do our. Oh, let me upload it first. Don't even have it uploaded. I'm getting more. I'm enjoying more talking about the what do you call it? Where you at, the quote, the motivational quote. I enjoy this more. Excuse me, I'm about to cough. I told myself, listen, don't panic. Take your time, chip away, and work your way back in. Usain Bolt. Let's do some research on Usain Bolt because this is a really good quote. He's talking to himself in the third person as he's telling somebody else, I guess, some advice or a sentence or something. Just where they got it. But let's see what they have about Usain Bolt, because I like to know about the people we do quotes on and know a little bit more, dig a little bit deeper while I'm on the show. Nothing like I didn't do any research before this. Doing it right now. Here we go. His name's Usain Saint Leo Bolt. That's a pretty cool name. I mean, it's kind of ironic. He's like, Bolt is like lightning. I'm assuming, like, I think Bolt, and he's the fastest man in the world. And he was born like that, like Zion Williams. That's a pretty cool name, Zion. But to go all the way from birth to the NBA to be a professional with that name, it's kind of tough. But it's cool he made it. Like it says, he's full name is Usain Saint Leo Bolt, nickname Lightning Bolt. He was born August 21st, 1986. He's 36 in Jamaica. He's 6'5". Yeah, when I found out they said he was 6'5", 6'6", I was like, no wonder he's the fastest guy. It takes him like 3 steps to get somewhere. It's not that hard for him. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So, yeah, he's freaking tall. Oh, where'd I put it? Oh, then I might miss this up. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, like I was as I was doing research. I mean, when I was younger and I heard that, I was like, yeah, dude, that means that guy was like really, really tall. And you can get there quick. I think like Michael Johnson was like 6 foot or something like that. But I mean, it makes sense. You can cover a lot of land. But man, he's got a lot of gold medals. Look at that. How many gold medals does he have in total? 23, 5 silver, and 1/3. And the 100 meter. Dang, that's insane. 23 medals at first place. That's a winner there. And what I'm finding out in my journey in life, that people love winners. They love people that win. This guy's a winner. But yeah, cool, man. Good for him. And that's a good. I like that motivational quote, man. Like, it's actually, you're breaking it down. He's like, you have to have a time with yourself. You have to listen to yourself. And I think that's a big part of believing in yourself. And being able to take some time alone. I like to isolate. I like to be, even like now, even with like the people I'm around, I still need to be alone and have my moments to myself and spend more time alone. Just because that's the for me, I like to recharge. I'm an introvert. I like to be alone. I like to just kind of gather myself and then move on. But I need to have that time. So as I look at this quote and I see listen, don't panic, take your time, chip away, and work your way back in. Anything you do and anything you start to do, it's going to take time. And the more you put into it, the more you're going to get. But sometimes you can put in a lot of time into something, just not understanding it. So my process of learning, and I love learning, is just take what I can. If I can take all of it and take it all in, if I forget it all, I forget it all. Maybe that method didn't work. But I like to kind of see what sticks around. I like to see what I can remember. I like to think. I like to see all right, this is a 10-step process, and steps 10, 9, 8, and 7 are impossible, but they're doable. All right, I'll start at 0 and work my way up, or I'll start at 10 and work my way down. But sometimes you do got to take your baby steps and take your time and get where you need to be. And it's fine. There's no hurry. But the point was, I love a Les Brown quote where he says, you don't have to be good. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to start to be great. And for somebody that has a lot of started projects or not finished projects or something, like just a bunch of ideas at some points, I think it's good to have them, but it's also really important to get it done and execute and apply yourself, so you don't live in a regret, or you don't upset, or you don't get upset the next time it comes around, because things do come around. But look at this. It took me just confidence to build my shirts, and I think the logo is more, the other one I had just the back of the bottom of the VHS, so I thought that was pretty cool, but I took time in it. But this is my new thing, my new logo for the show, and working on it. My Manic Mondayz removes the mental health me. That's me. But even the little guy, my little avatar Carter, he's I guess it took a minute to get here. I've had the idea for my Manic movies forever, and at least 5 years, and then trying to do your own design and trying to work your own stuff is hard. So I do appreciate my buddy Ty Gwynn. He was on episode 2, so go back and watch that one. He's a stand-up comedian here in Austin. He filmed a special this weekend, and I was there in attendance. But just hang out with that guy and pitch ideas with him is really cool. He's got a creative mind, and he's got a lot of crazy ideas, which I love. But even like that, picking designs and working with people and trying to get it all together to get it all to make sense. Yeah, I messed this part up. I didn't let it sit, 'cause I literally put the shirt on right before right when the credits were ending into the intro, so it was still hot, and I was like, oh, I don't know. But it's also gonna have a yellow Mondays. But I like this. I like that. I can make the shirts now. So eventually I'll have them up for sale. If anybody wants to support the brand, support the channel, support the Indie Escape, I'll have the my Manic Mondayz. I have my shirts on there soon. This one's actually super prototype as well, because I haven't really figured out if I have a placement. I'm just looking at it now, and I don't like the placement, so I need to work on it a little bit, just a little bit. But that's how you practice, fail, might not show. I'm not gonna sell this shirt, but this is gonna be my shirt. This is gonna be my step 1 shirt. This is my first one I made of these, so but just practicing this weekend, just went on my down. Whenever I was like, I want to get these shirts done. I want to get them figured out. I figured out how to do it. Let me just keep going into practicing. And I have a friend that wants me to work a design for them, and I did. And getting it from design to concept, or from concept design to tangible is a big step. So I like that. That's here we are. So I kind of I like to say I leveled up this weekend on this part, because there was a part where I was just trying to figure it out, and I was so close, and I was like, don't give up. And then I got there. Took my time. I got working my way back in, like Usain Bolt. Like I said, I'm piecing the show as I'm going, because it's a live show. It's a vlog. So I guess I'm also learning from other vloggers. And I'll bring up I haven't finished the Jason David Frank interview. I wrote it out. I edited it. I just need to do the intro and the outro, and that's it. But as I was going back and looking at all his archiving all his stuff that he had, he left a lot. And man, it makes me sad. I get sad when I'm in this video because I'm looking at this guy that had all this like energy and love, and he just loves his fans. And I got onto his YouTube channel and just been looking at all his videos, and it is seriously making me sad. Like I was like, I know there's nothing I could have done. There's nothing you can do when you talk to somebody. And then, when I did talk to him about his mental health, like I felt like he was a little burnt out, but I didn't really like pick up on like anything like, I don't even know if sadness is the word to use when you're depressed, because sometimes sadness does not make me depressed. Sometimes I'm just depressed because it's depressed. Something's depressing. That's it. That's just straight up. But like watching these videos, it was cute at first when I started doing it back when he was alive, but now he's passed. It slowed me down a lot. I think, and this is what I was focusing a little bit on stuff like this, just because I can process it or go through, or I don't know. It's just, it makes me sad. It does. It honestly makes me wonder, like, what could I have done? What could I have said? Where could I have gone? Am I too slow? Am I too? Did I not try hard enough? Did I try too hard? I don't know. It's just there to listen and be there for people, and help them out. So I had a friend kind of come up to me this weekend, and the guy, they didn't corner me or anything, but they were like, "Whoa, what's going on, man?" And I was like, "When do you got this thing? I want to see it. I want to see it." And I was like, "Dude, I gotta go. I gotta get it done." It's actually like, I took I got like from yesterday to today, I got a good chunk taken out of it. Like, but even going through that was very like depressing. And now I'm just playing it by heart. Like I said, I was gonna have it done Wednesday. I have a lot of stuff on it on my plate right now. So I would like to have it done by tonight or tomorrow. But I gotta actually film the first two parts. So I'll try tomorrow morning. If not, I got Wednesday morning. But yeah, we're already at the tail end of this. I mean, it's a simple. You'll see it's a simple simple edit, simple video, because it's just gonna be a straight follow through. Changing my idea from back to from where I originally started. But it's emotional. It's a piece. It's a time that I spent with somebody that I married, and I like the tribute videos, man. I really do. I like that there a lot of people are making tribute videos on YouTube and posting them and what JDF meant to them, and that's pretty amazing. That's pretty awesome. Keep them coming, everybody. Keep them coming. Not to mention, last week, right before the show started, we lost Chrissy Alley. It's like life's real, life's serious. So I guess we should take it serious, even though it's okay to joke around, right? But we gotta take things serious. But that being said, I'll jump into my manic media. What's your my manic media? Media. That's what I should do it, huh? I don't know. Is the horn already gone? All right, movies. Watching movies again this week, and I got to talk about these movies this week. Or I got two movies that I'm gonna watch, and I'm gonna pick a third one. So let's get that organized first, because I am gonna watch these two movies, and this third movie, I think it might even be like, it might just go in there. I might just we'll figure it out. So a movie that I want to watch that I haven't seen, but I've always been curious about. I had an English class at Texas State as a creative writing class, and we talked about the idea of this movie, but we didn't talk about the actual movie, nor did we watch it. So we kind of talked about the book version of this more. But it's a movie I want to watch, and it's also because 2022 is almost over, and I was reading, I was like, hey, this movie's from 1973, but it's predicting from 2022. It's a good 40 years into the future, or 50 years into the future. Soylent Green, Charleston Heston. Get your damn dirty hands off me. I don't know how he says it, but so here we are. Let's go through this movies I want to watch this weekend or this week. I got these loaded up already, so I will be also like trying to find time for everything between. Like I stop a lot. Like I pause a lot because I do have my son, so I have to like cater to him a lot, and I have to pause what I do. So, but I'm learning. I've taught myself from 2 years ago, maybe even from 2020, how to like pause and then be able to leave and then come back and pick it right back up. That was hard, but I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that now. I had this idea of like I knew I can like, because what was happening is when your kid needs you, they need you. You can't stop. You can't But now he's like joking around a lot and talking. So I'm like but when he's 1, 2, and 3, he's like everything they want to get into. They want to express. They want to learn how to talk. They want to do a lot. So you're there for them. And I mean now my son's doesn't stop. I mean, clearly I talk, but my son, he talks way too much. He talks way too much. He talks way more than I do, but he's having fun. He's learning it. So I've learned to like pause what I'm doing, because that was hard, because I was like, I have to be in the flow. I have to be in the mood. I have to like, got to get ready to do it, or I'm not gonna do it because it was not right. It's not perfect. It's not now. It's like just train yourself, and now it's more like, all right, practice it and get better. Like I got acting coming up this week or next week, and when that gets started, that's gonna be another thing I'm adding on top of all this. But like I said, I've cleaned out a lot of stuff that I don't really need to be holding on to, and I'm looking forward to the future and looking forward to what I can do in the future. And acting coach and acting classes are something I'm really looking forward to, and really coming back to sharing, because this is what it's all about. It's not just someone talking about movies. Someone that wants to make them and create them and be part of them and be part of other people's productions and just figure out the whole gambit of the thing. So let's go back to Soylent Green, because this is like a movie that like I said, we did the book, but we didn't even do we didn't read the whole book. We just did the we're going to go from some chapters from the book kind of thing. But here it is. Look at that. And it's the year 2022. It's the year 2005. The Decepticons and Autobots are now at war. It's the year 2022. People are still the same. They'll do anything to get what they need, and they need Soylent Green. Charleston Heston, Lee Taylor Young, Soylent Green. Yeah, so Friday is Soylent Green Day. Don't miss it. In the year 2022, hunger is history. Everyone gets to eat. I like this, like a modern day. Look at this. Look at this design on this one. It's like a modern day movie poster. But this gives it away though. I understand this movie's older. It's an older movie, but this movie poster clearly gives it away. Look at this. Look at this movie poster. What the heck is Soylent Green in this movie poster? It's like it's a riot control. People are being chased. All right, something's going on. This guy's clearly dressed different from everybody else. He might be the informant. He might be like on a run. These people might be after him. He might be a king. You get so many ideas that confuses you. So you're like, let's watch the movie and see what it is. Look at that. I mean, this is like a very almost cartoonish, but it's a serious like movie poster, right? But then look at this one. This one looks silly, but this is like, well, what is it? Friday is Soylent Green Day. All right, that might be a little conspiracy. All right, but then when you get this one, look, it's all crazy, right? Look at that. We're talking about, and then it's like, Derm recommended hyaluronic acid. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But look at this. This one. It looks like I'm just kind of looking at, okay, but it looks like a conveyor belt, right? It has a person on it. And then this part right here, it says Soylent Green, is clearly giving away that something happens, because it goes from being a person to being this, because the half person. See, it was like the top part's missing. So yeah, but look at this one over here. This is more confusing. You don't know what this is. Things are falling. Oh, they're getting. So I just wow. It's like funny how you can read things. But this movie is about. Let's talk about it. Like, I mean, I haven't seen it, so let's see what we can. And this is before the PG rating, so I want to see how PG this movie is in 1973. Oh, come on, man. Soylent Green, 1973, PG, 1 hour, 37 minutes. IMDb rating of 7, good. Popularity, it's ranked 264 right now. Let's get that up. Let's get that up to number 1. Let's watch Soylent. Everybody's watched Soylent Green this week. Let's pop it up. Let's talk about it. Let's write about it. Crime, mystery, sci-fi. All right. A nightmarish futuristic fantasy about the controlling power of a big corporation and an innocent cop who stumbles on the truth. Richard Fleischer, Stanley R. Greenberg, screenplay. Harry Harrison, novel. Make Room, Make Room. Whoa, that's an even deeper title. Stars Charleston Heston, Edward G. Robinson, and Lee Taylor Young. Am I allowed to watch trailers on here? I think I can. Man, I can't look. I messed up. Sorry. I had that in front and realized that's the time. So let's go back and show you what I was talking about real quick. In the on the covers. The crazy one, don't know what it is. Silly one. Obvious one that we were giving away the movie. And a cool throwback one. And then the DVD covers. Man, I gotta remember that. All right, cool. So let's see if we can watch a little bit of the trailer. It's 3 minutes though. I don't want to give it that much. Nah, we'll watch the movie, and then we'll just go straight into it. All right, so that's one of the movies I got on my queue. I'm gonna watch this week. This is through Amazon Prime. Soylent Green. Next movie is, and I brought it up last time. I'm gonna watch it because I just haven't seen it. And I want to see it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I know I haven't seen it in my 30s. So, Airborne. Let's watch. Let's talk about Airborne. Say Airborne, 1993, PG, 1 hour 31 minutes. I'm talking about this movie because I went rollerblading last weekend and it was fun. It's got an IMDb rating of 6.2, not bad. It's got Jack Black right here. Let's get it. Let's get deep into this. Airborne. I'm also learning to take advantage of the video. This is not just audio. It's also video. Oh man, this one's ranked down. 717, 3,000. We gotta pick this one up. Adventure comedy sport. California born and raised surfer Mitchell Goosen has to spend 6 months in Ohio while learning the hard way. Love is where the heart is. While learning the hard way, love is where the heart is. Director Rob Bowman. Writers Bill Apablasa. Stephen McEvity. Stars Shane McDermott, Seth Green, and Brittany Powell. What does the cover look like? Airborne. Mitchell became the most popular guy on earth once he took to the sky. Nice. What does it say? See? Oh, man. I'm going to have to do a new Airborne. Yeah, let's see. There's 29 photos. Maybe I could do the new Airborne. Modernized. Heroes aren't made. They're airborne. This is something like... There's so many quotes on this. Just little... I can't read any of the font. It says... Something wasn't meant to fly, kids were. Man wasn't meant to fly, kids. Is that what that says? All right, whatever. I can't read it. But yeah, it's just him doing the moves. I mean, that's the original art piece, bro. Like, that's you, man. I remember that one. I remember this one, but this wasn't the... I don't remember what the movie poster was. There's a DVD. I need to buy this movie. This is one of the movies that made me because it was just kind of cool. And even when you watch this movie Jack Black is on the thumbnail. Even when you watch this movie with Jack Black when he was so young, it's just kind of like you kind of knew he was gonna go with it. For some reason, he just stuck out to me. Jack Black really stuck out to me when I watched Airborne. Let's watch a trailer. 2 minutes. Let's see. Where's my...
Let me tell you what styling is. The perfect session. A-frame wave, ground swell, spitting out salt water in your face, doing a 360 without a bounce. I call it the consciousness raiser.
Mitchell's life was a California dream. Until he woke up in Cincinnati.
What do you think? It's wild, right?
We're just so excited about having you here. Slow down a little bit, Wiley. Hands on 10 and 2.
His cousin wants him to meet his friends.
You. Where do I know you from?
You used to flush my head in the urinals.
They're an interesting bunch.
I could be Elvis. It's possible.
I really like to sleep, and I like Nintendo.
They all want Mitchell to feel right at home. And if it wasn't for Nikki...
How are you?
You must be getting pretty homesick, huh?
Not right now.
he'd have no reason to stay.
Man, I'm gonna throw up.
For the next 6 months, his days of sun, sand, and surf have been put on ice.
See you in school.
In a city where no one understands him.
I need traffic, smog, heat waves.
Who would have thought he'd become a hero by doing what he does best?
Been challenged by the prep to a little skating race. We thought maybe you'd want to skate on our team.
No. He has one chance to prove himself. One final race to win. And he's the one who has what it takes to put them over the top. Airborne.
I think I'm starting to like Cincinnati.
See, that was one that I watched with my Aunt Sylvia, so I think that's why it's very nostalgia for me. I like that. I love that movie. It's also the whole like California like thing of like I'm still cool outside of California, even Ohio, which back then was like, wow, California, cool. And then that's like, It's like now it's like internet keeps us all connected, so you can go anywhere because it's basically what magazines, movies, music. Damn, the 3Ms. Look at that. Well, even newspaper. So I guess like in the 90s. So I guess 80s leading up to 90s to inspire you to write something in the 90s. So if I was graduating high school or college in 1984, and then I was like, what am I going to do? And then 6 years passes in 1990, and I finally figure out how to make a movie, and then, or like how to get everything. And then it takes me another 2 or 3 years to get it. Like, what was the things that are inspiring you? Where were you finding your experience? Is this something that the writer went through or they knew stories of? But because basically you had your music, your movies, your media, your music, movies, what did I say? Movies, music, magazines, and newspapers are basically how you got your information. So whatever you saw on that was more influential to you. So I'm assuming that movie was basically a bunch of billboard ads. It looks cool. I mean, it's awesome. They did the trailer really kind of give it up there. But hey, I still got a couple more movies. I got about 10 minutes left, 10, 15, 13 minutes before I sign off. I was gonna do a short show and I didn't know what to call it, man. I literally I've been boom, 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 boom. But it's fun. Like I may not be producing the best content right now, and I may not be making the best stuff, or might not be making stuff worth anything. But I'm leaving the crumbles, so let's see who follows them. But I mean, it's not I'm doing it on purpose. It's just progress and time, and see where you're at. Because I've learned a lot about this show and about myself from trying to just get it started and figure out what I want to do with it and where I want to go. And it takes time. And I'm just happen to be it just happens to be a vlog that I do weekly and check in with everybody. I'll find the people that want to check in all the time. But like I said, right now holidays is a little rough. But let's see what we got here on the queue, because I got a few more movies. Because I'll share this with you. I like listening to stories on YouTube, fictional or real, or just I guess people just narrate them. You don't really see any videos anymore. I used to do the horror animated, like I used to YouTube animated horror stories or animated horror. Yeah, I think it was just that, animated horror. And you get a bunch of these stories where people get off like Reddit and they write these stories and you read them. The ones before 2020 were pretty good. The ones recently are all kind of the same because we all kind of went through similar things, but they're starting to change up a little bit. Now, I don't know if a lot of these stories are real. I don't know if they're fake, and I don't know how they work, but I like listening to them. So before I go to bed, because I don't like looking at the screen, but I like to listen to things, I'll put my headphones on, and I'll literally just listen to horror stories, but they're narrative, That's what also pissed me off about the job that I applied for, the interview, that this is what I was about to get hired for. I mean, my goodness, it was dumb. I fell for it, but it was good. Like I said, you have to see the moves. But like, I was a podcasting job too, and I was like, man, I would love doing it got me really motivated to like, all right, let's see how much I can really show. And like I said, this material may not be the best right now, but it's working on it. I'm figuring this out. The rule of thumb is not to quit. Just keep going. But even if you feel like you're not doing anything, I mean, an hour before the show started, I was like, I don't want to do it, but you have to. You just got to get through it. And I get started, and I'm like, oh, I love my show. This is fun. Nobody's even here with me tonight. But we'll go into, let's see, next movies on the queue, because I like listening to Skinwalker stories. And let's see what a Skinwalker really is. I don't really know exactly how to describe a Skinwalker, because they have different, let's see, they have different definitions. In Navajo culture, a Skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as animals. The term is never used for healers. Yeah, it's kind of like Lechusa in my neck of the woods. Legend. Animals associated with witchcraft usually include tricksters such as the coyote. However, it may include other creatures, usually those associated with death or bad omens. They might also possess living animals or people and walk around in their bodies. Skinwalkers may be male or female. Skinwalker stories told among Navajo children may be complete life and death struggles that end in either Skinwalker or Navajo killing the other, or partial encounter stories that end in stalemate. encounter stories that may become composed as Navajo victory stories, with the skinwalker approaching a hogan and being scared away. What is a hogan? A hogan is a primary traditional dwelling or Navajo people. Evolution. Oh, so it's a little area, little town or something. All right, cool. So learning. Non-native interpretations of skinwalker stories typically take the form of partial encounter stories on the road, where the protagonist is temporarily vulnerable, but then escapes from the skinwalker in a way not traditionally seen in Navajo stories. Sometimes Navajo children take European folk stories and substitute skinwalkers for generic killers like the Hook. See also Deer Woman, How Chivo, Madame Koi Koi, Nagul, Skinwalker Ranch. Oh, I got that one next. The Rain Therapy, Warlock, Werewolf, and Odeon. So I like listening to like Skinwalker stories. I like it's just also just the narrative, the way they take them. The one guy I think is Mr. Nightmare. I don't know. I can't do it right now. I'm tired. But his voice is very smooth and very. But yeah. So I have some Skinwalker movies I want to kind of watch because I want to see. I listen to them all the time. So let's watch something. So hold on. Sorry. So this is the one I found here. What is this on Netflix? What is this one? Here we go. The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Because I also want to do like a documentary. I kind of want to knock two birds out with one stone. And this is what I got right here. The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. TV series 2020. TV PG. 42 minutes. Horror, 31 seconds. See. Horror mystery reality TV. A team of experts and scientists undertake exhaustive research at Skywalker Ranch, an infamous location for paranormal activity and UFO sightings. Skywalker.
There is something profound going on at Skinwalker Ranch, and it begs to be studied.
The legend is that things happen on this ranch. What if some of it's real?
Whoa, that's a definite being.
Who or what could we be dealing with?
I didn't believe in the paranormal when I came out on this ranch, and I paid a pretty hefty price.
Curse of Skinwalker Ranch on History.
Ooh. It's got a what? 6.2, not bad. It says creators. That's see, we're getting different titles now. Everything's shifting and evolving. Cool. Kevin Burns developed for television by, and Joel Patterson developed for television by. Stars Travis Taylor, Eric Bard, and Thomas Winterton. Horror mystery reality TV. So that's one of them. And the other one is boom, Hunt for the Skinwalker. Jeremy Kean Lockyer Corbell film. I could barely make it out. My eyes is tired. All right, let's watch this one out real quick. We got about 6 minutes before I get out of here. But let's go. Keep going. You start to get this the way the show works, right, everybody? We're just kind of wandering off, seeing what we're gonna do for this week, and then we're gonna talk about it. Hunt for the Skinwalker, 2018, not rated, 2 hours 7 minutes, 2 hours. Documentary. Oh, I gotta watch this now. This might be it. This might be the one. Hunt for the Skinwalker is a documentary about the most intensive scientific study of a UFO and paranormal hotspots in the human history. Director Jeremy Kenyon Lockyer Corbell. He's also the writer. Stars George Knapp, Jeremy Kenyon Lockyer Corbell, and Colm Keller. Let's do this.
It was dead night. Then out of nowhere, that weird flash.
Can you see that? Look at that. That's amazing.
That's not possible. That is not possible.
There is some kind of intelligence operating here.
And you're not allowed to talk about it. This is like the Area 51 of the paranormal.
So many things have happened on the properties that have not been made public.
Going public now.
It is perhaps the most important scientific effort of our time.
The Pentagon and CIA, they've been investigating encounters with the paranormal.
at the ranch.
We're talking about unidentified flying objects, UFOs.
The program received more than $20 million for its work.
This is a potential threat, a grave one to our country.
And everybody who lives there knows about it.
Something is here. Something that the government's doing.
Right above my head, and I could hit it with a tennis ball.
The Skinwalker is extraterrestrial.
They should not have vanished, but they vanished.
We are on the eve of something momentous.
Will any of the fingers be pointing toward Skinwalker Ranch?
Declassified videos, authentic Department of Defense footage published in December.
Oh my gosh. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
Potential threat, a grave one to our country
at the ranch.
We're talking about unidentified flying objects, UFOs.
The program received
perhaps the most
See that guy's DVD collection?
important scientific effort of our time.
Did you see that?
The Pentagon and CIA, they've been investigating encounters with the paranormal at the ranch.
We're talking about unidentified.
He's got a DVD collection that's really cool. You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do the Soylent Green trailer anyways, because I've been doing these other trailers, so we'll finish off with Soylent Green. So the next one I got is The Curse Won't Stay. Oh, it's called Skinwalker. It's just Skinwalker. And this one is, we're gonna finish it off. I think I might watch all of these if I get. I'm not gonna have the time for it, but eventually, right? So let's see here. Skinwalker 2021, 1 hour 34 minutes. Thriller, Western. After losing a Native American burial site, a hunter unleashes the legendary Skinwalker, a shape-shifting demon, onto an unsuspecting world. Robert Conway is the writer-director. Stars Nathaniel Burns, Robert Conway, and Edward Rodriguez. Let's check out the trailer.
Burial ground. Apache?
You know what this is? An elder death totem. It's sacred.
Hello? What's happened here?
Plague.
You were looking for this, right?
Mister, what's gotten a hold of you? Those stories folks would tell? The evil that dwells in these lands? They call them skinwalkers. Can take on the shape of man or beast. And they can't be killed.
No.
Keep away from her.
Don't move any closer.
That looks like a lot of movies in one. Pretty cool. Skinwalker. So you have like 2 documentary style movies and an actual film. So, you know, got things to go. All right, so that's it for tonight's episode. I already hit 50 minutes. It's already 10:03 on my side, 11:03 for some people on the East Coast, and barely 8:03 in the West Coast. But let's finish it off with the Soylent Green trailer, and then, yeah, we'll be done for tonight. Thanks for listening to me, because it does make a difference. Oh, wait, I forgot to actually share the screen with Soylent Green.
Hi.
Stop sharing. All right, 1 second. I don't know about ads and all that, so let's see. Here we go. I got it right here. Sorry. That was a commercial. Soylent Green trailer, everybody. Let's watch this.
What is the secret of Soylent Green?
Nice graphics.
New York City in the year 2022. Nothing runs anymore.
nothing works. But the people are the same. And the people will do anything to get what they need.
This is the police.
What they need most is Soylent Green.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted. Return to your home.
What is the secret of Soylent Green?
Detective Sergeant Thorne. He has a 2-year backlog of unsolved murders. Now he's on a case that must be solved.
I love the
Saul Roth, Thorne's private library.
Hey, Saul.
A living book in a world without books.
Have some pencils. Courtesy of your next assignment. William R. Simonson.
Simonson. He was the first to learn the secret of Soylent Green.
They told me to say that they were sorry, but that you had become unreliable.
Oh, wow.
Saul Roth was the next to know.
Are they giving the plot away in the trailer?
Come to this.
And he chose to die, rather than...
Okay, I'm not gonna ruin the trailer. It's ruining the movie for me. So I'm gonna stop. I don't want to lose. As soon as I saw that guy go there, I was like, oh, I don't want to lose interest in it because I'm ruining it for myself. But I don't want to ruin it for you either. So watch Soylent Green. It's in 2022 from 1973. Charleston Heston movie. And let's end it out with the song, with the outro. Here we go, everybody. All right. So once again, if anybody has any questions or anything about mental health, check out mentalhealth.gov. I should have. It's there. You know, we can. I need to go through it more, but here we go. Suicide prevention, disaster distress helpline, veterans coping with COVID-19. That one might be something we could look into next time. Help for young people. Look, this is a start. You know, I'll find more stuff for anybody. But what is mental health? See, I gotta go through this one really, because I haven't gone through this website in a minute, but it's there, and it's there on my bottom of my show. So I want to say thank you for everybody that came and hang out. Which is probably nobody, but thank you for watching, and I'll let you all go, and you have a good night, and I'll talk to you next week.